Railroad right in Intervale, New Hampshire, joining us. Thanks for coming on this morning.
Good morning, everybody.
It's a big weekend here in North Conway. We've got Thomas the Tank Engine at the Conway Scenic Railroad, everybody's favorite steam engine. And kids out there, pay attention, because we're going to be giving away a family pass to the Hartmann Railroad, and you have to answer a Thomas question. We have a Thomas the Tank Engine trivia question coming up in just a little bit for passes to the Hartmann Railroad. It's Thomas the Train weekend. He's a steam engine, but we want to know, how does Thomas work? How does a steam engine work?
Generally, the idea is, I couldn't bring you Thomas, but I brought you a little steam engine, which is very similar than Thomas. And the idea is, we have a boiler, which is a container of water right here. In the back in here, there is a fireman and the engineer. The fireman has the duty to watch that the fire here in the box in the back of the engine is always burning at a certain height, so that the water in the boiler starts cooking. When there
This is the boiler.
When there is enough steam build up here, the engineer can run the engine forward or backward. To do this, he needs these two. There are pistons which are going into the side on each side, and that the chuff you hear is one is pushing in, one is pushing out. That's why you hear the chuff of the steam engine, the nice sound of it. The exhaust or the fumes from the firebox are then pushed out due to the fact of this through the chimney. That's why you can hear parallel the nice smoke coming out. If the fireman puts new coal, which he has a little container here, a little reservoir or backup, and on the other side there is some water which he can push into the boiler. When he puts new coal in, the smoke will come out black. And while the fire is fully going, you can have some white smoke coming out. This is the different questions I always get asked. And if this is called a tank engine, why? Because it has like a rucksack on only very little supply of coal and water. And it's usually a switching engine or an engine which goes only a very short distance into a valley, into a sideline. And if she has a coal car behind here, then it's called a tender engine, because the back car behind the engine is called a tender. And the tender always, when you look at the tender, the bottom part is water, the top part is coal.
Oh, I didn't
so
know that.
they carry supply to get them further away.
Yep.
That is basically used for longer distance.
Yep.
And this was just in a few words to give you an idea. But when you are looking and you see a steam engine the next time, watch out. And then maybe you can get on the cab. Maybe they take you up to the engineer if you ask nicely. And if you know a little bit about it, then the chance is bigger that you can get up there.
You can talk to the engineer, and the engineer will say, wow, where did you learn so much about steam engine? You'll say, Yogi from Hartmann Model Railroad told me all about it on White Mountains,
That's right.
on White Mountains Today.
And apart from that, I would like to invite you to come and visit our museum. We have over 15,000 items in the museum on display. We have 10 operating layouts. And people always ask me, how long does it take to go through the museum? But this is not me to determine, to tell you how long. It's you to be interested. And I say, if you are doing 1 second per item, that means you're there for 4 hours. If you want to see it all quickly.
Yes, but you can save some for another visit. You can save.
Usually people will come back. Those which have been with us, they will definitely come back some other time, and they concentrate on something in every time they come, and they do usually an hour.
Fix your microphone just to make sure we're hearing you There you go.
Yeah.
Properly.
The normal time is about an hour, which you can see all the layouts going, and you can see some of the cabinets with things in there. There is quite a few new things in the museum right now, which I changed over the last couple of weeks, and so it's also interesting maybe for some people which have not been with us for a while. We do not only have trains, we have cars, boats, and planes.
Everything that
And
moves.
anything which has to do with transportation or which is moving, like Nelly just said.
Nelly, what's your favorite part of the museum?
My favorite part of the museum is the scenery. I like to do sceneries. I like to build constructions and
The layouts, the scenery, in the
on the
layouts,
layouts.
which is really you have several in there, and
Yep.
it seems like it takes you from Switzerland to North Conway.
Yep.
Do you have a favorite layout?
Oh yeah, my favorite layout is the French layout, which we designed together. And all the names on that layout is connected with a couple of friends. It's Dionville, and it's Madame Rita's cottage, and it's René's bakery, and all those names are related to friends of us.
Well, you can tell there's a lot of personal investment
Oh,
in
yes.
these layouts. It's
Yeah,
they're
there's
beautiful.
also something in every layout. There is something which is odd,
Which doesn't belong.
And so it's like a scavenger hunt. When you go around, is to try and find. And we try also in every layout to do something which is very funny, so that people when they come, that they have something to look for. And I know that people like to do this.
Yep.
It's something which is,
Unfortunately, I am more in the shop, in the hobby shop, which is not a shop for little ones. It's not a toy shop.
It's a serious hobby shop.
It's a serious hobby shop with dangerous stuff for little ones, like glue. If they go into the glue and
paint.
and knives, you know,
Yeah.
it's a little bit difficult with little ones,
Yeah.
but we manage.
Yeah, we try to say to the parents when they come that the kids should be supervised so that they can enjoy going around. We also have posted, unfortunately, that you look, then you buy, and then you play. We want people to get things in 100% condition.
Absolutely.
That's why we do not want people to handle and throw things around.
And you guys are one of the largest hobby shops anywhere in New England, right? So
In
by
New
now,
England, you can say
by
yes.
now, it's the museum is definitely one of a kind in the U.S. We are one of, I would say, we can say that we are one of the 5 largest in the U.S. Ours is done different than all the others. Most of the big museums do have one large layout in there. When we visited and traveled during all our travels, we always listened to people. And the problem is when you have a huge layout, it is definitely wonderful. But people walk around and after 5-10 minutes they say, "But I can't do that." I was
home.
trying.
At
I
home.
was really trying to do something which gets people going. Oh, well, we have enough space. We could do this. We could that. And people always say this is an expensive hobby. Again, I would like to say no, it is not. There is Mother Nature out there. You can go and pick up gravel at the river, rocks in the mountains, sand on the beach, wood in the woods, and all even for the little trees. There's scrubs and things out in the woods
Which you can dry
pick,
and
which you
then
can dry
paint
and use.
sounds like you guys have lots of helpful tips and information.
yes.
So if someone's looking to get into model railroad building, you can
We
see
definitely help.
Yogi and Nelly at the Hartmann Model Railroad. If someone wants to come visit the museum, where do they go? Where is it?
Well, we are exactly 4 miles north
of
from
here.
the station, or from your location here, in the center of North Conway, and on the right-hand side. You can't miss us because we have tracks outside with a little choo-choo train going around, and that's really the fun. We are in Bartlett. It's called Intervale, and Glenn is also in Bartlett. and that's why Storyland cannot sell tickets to make you a day member. We sell little souvenirs and give you a free ride. Our town zoning in Bartlett is a little weird. Unfortunately, they say if I sell a ticket, I'm an amusement, and amusements are banned. So I would be out of business. But we found a way which is acceptable for everybody, and a lot of kids have fun to get a little souvenir.
Yep.
Which are
Plus
mainly homemade.
Yeah. Plus that they basically get a ride and can even, if there's the small kids, all the small ones, take a grown-up on for free.
Right. Well, we are just about out of time,
Yeah.
so if you are up this weekend, maybe checking out the Thomas attraction, make sure you stop by Hartmann Model Railroad, because if you love trains, you're going to love Hartmann Model Railroad. I have a 6-year-old, absolutely loves it. And we should get to that watch and win question. If you're just tuning in,
Yeah.
we promised a Thomas the Tank Engine watch and win question. The person who calls in first and answers this correctly, and hopefully it's a kid, gets a family
Pass to the museum.
To the museum, which you can use this summer. I'm going to grab my phone. Hold on one second. Got to make sure we're ready to take the caller. Okay. Let the dialing begin. Call 603-356-6619 and answer this question. Nelly, you want to read it?
On which island is Thomas the train working? Is it on Isle of Solomon, Isle of Norfolk, Isle of Sodor, or Isle of Maui?
Where does Thomas the Tank Engine live and work? Let's go to the phones. Good morning, Watch and Win. What's your answer? Sodor.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Right. Who is this? What's your name?
Stevie Claus.
Okay, Stevie, stay on the line. We're going to get your information, and we're going to tell you how to claim your prize. Looking at some tank
pictures.
engines right there. Okay, don't go anywhere. Don't hang up. I'm going to put you on hold. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Show.
We are waiting for you 10 to 5.
We'll take care of that off the air. We're going to get, I think he said his name was Stevie. We'll get his information and tell him how he can come visit the Hartmann Railroad. If you want to visit the Hartmann Railroad, Route 16, Intervale, New Hampshire, you can't miss it. You guys open all weekend?
10 to 5
to 5.
every day now. July and August, we are here every day, 10 to 5.
All right. We're out of time. This has been White Mountains Today. Tune in tomorrow morning, 7:30 to 9:30. Weather events, more Watch and Win. Host Marty Bash will greet you bright and early. We'll see you